Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Vincent, or Vincent SDFX, and today I'm going to be showing you essentially what is a change of character, and more importantly, I'm going to show you all the criteria you need to find a valid change of character, common mistakes I see traders make when trying to get an entry using the change of character model, time frame rules regarding change of characters, and how to get a re-entry if you missed. I believe these 5 things are the most crucial part when trying to get into a profitable trade using the change of character model, so make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. Let's get into it. Alright, so what is a change of character? For this scenario, I'm going to be using a bearish example in which price is making a series of lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. So when price breaks structure to the opposite side of which it was originally trending in, we call this a change of character. The reason we call it a change of character is because character changes from supply to demand, right? So what basically happens here is the BFIs liquidate their own orders, which are stacked at the previous high that put in the last low, which is now a clear indication that their intention has changed and that price is going to reverse, right? So I know that most of you already know what I'm explaining here. So why is it that you're still getting stopped out at your change of character entries? It is because you don't know the criteria which makes a change of character valid. And that's exactly what I'm going to explain to you right now. Alright, so these are the 3 criteria which makes a valid change of character. Obviously for this example you have to imagine these right here are candlesticks, and I'm using a bearish scenario, and the same is true for a bullish scenario. And remember, this is super simple, but still very important. It is going to save you from a tons of losses, believe me. So first, you want to see it break and close below the low that put in the previous high. So a break and close below the low that put in the previous high. The pullback, which it breaks, is a minimum of 3 consecutive bullish candles. In a bullish scenario, this will be a pullback of 3 consecutive bearish candles. And the number of candles here and here is irrelevant. When we see anything like this happening, it makes this change of character invalid. This is not a valid change of character because this might as well just be a liquidation. And the same thing is true right here. So when we see anything like this happening, it's also not a valid change of character because this is what we call a liquidation. So now I'm going to explain to you the time frames regarding change of characters. Then I'm going to take it to the charts to show you real market examples. These are the time frame rules you need to know and apply to find a valid setup. This is of course taking into mind the criteria I just shared with you. If you're looking at a daily supply, you need to find a minimum of a 1 hour change of character. From a 4 hour or higher supply, you need to find a minimum of a 15-minute change of character. From a 1 hour supply, you want a minimum of 5-minute change of character. And from a 15-minute supply, you look at a minimum of 1 minute change of character. And also, say you're looking at a daily supply area to potentially sell or buy from. If you zoom into the area and you see, for example, a 1 hour supply which matches your criteria, you can then take an entry if you see a valid 5-minute change of character happen. So let's take this information and apply it to the charts. Alright, so for this example, I'm going to be using a scenario on NZD USD. This is a trade I actually took. So this was actually me trading under live conditions. First of all, what do we see? We see price on the daily time frame coming off of this supply zone right here. And then we see something happening because we see that price breaks and closes below this low. Then is this a change of character? No, it is not, because we don't see 3 consecutive bearish candles. It's only 2. So this right here is invalid. So are we now going to short from this daily supply zone? No, we're not. We're just going to sit and wait, because what we see happening after is the high being liquidated. Liquidation, right? So then after that we see price actually breaking down and making a change of character to the downside. Now we can look and anticipate for a possible short scenario. So this is our change of character. What supply zones are we looking at? We have this daily buy to sell, and we have this daily buy to sell. So once again, we see price coming into supply, and then what does it do? Does it make a change of character to the downside? No, it doesn't. Again, only 2 consecutive candles. Nowhere I see 3 consecutive bearish candles. So this right here is invalid as well. So now I'm going to ask you the question again. Are we going to short from either one of these supply zones? No, we are not. And what do we see happening? It liquidates the high. And we see it making an actual change of character afterwards. So now that we have a valid daily supply that we can anticipate to short from, we can go and look for refined zones, because there's 2 things we can do now. We can look and wait and anticipate for a 1 hour change of character from either one of these zones, or we can look for a refined daily for 4 hour zone, for a refined 4 hour zone, where we then can look for a 50-minute change of character. So when we go to the 4 hour, we have this supply zone right here, and we have this supply zone right here, and we have this supply zone right here. So our job is not to predict the future, it's just to react from what is happening. So we wait for price to come into either of our zones. Then it comes in, go to the 50-minute, and we look for the zone which we want to see broken. So where does our change of character happen? Where will our change of character happen? Is it from this zone? No. It's from this zone. It's the 3 consecutive bearish candles where we want to see it happen. So a break and close below. Then, is this our change of character? No, just wicks below. So we stay patient and we wait. Then what do we see happen? Boom. Break and close below the previous low. Then we have a zone which we can anticipate from, which is this one, but it's not in premium. We only short from premium. We only buy from discount. So we look at this imbalanced price area. For my entries, if it's a bit choppy, as in this scenario, I like to always cover the high. So that's what I'm going to do. Put my stop loss above the high. We trade from daily candle to daily candle. So we are right now into this daily range. And where is our daily range in discount? It's right here. So this is going to be our target. Right here. Then if we look, we get tapped in. Go to the higher time frame so we can let it play out. Then comes in for mitigation of this supply area. Another mitigation of this supply range, and that is a 10.8 hour locked in. So yeah, this is essentially the power of the change of character model when used and understood correctly. I now encourage you to go to the charts and backtest this for yourself. I hope you found this video informative, and I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao.